following the developing story of a second American apparently executed at the hands of the terror group ISIL. The group released a video today showing the beheading of journalist Steven Sotloff. It comes 2 weeks after a near-identical video showed the killing of journalist James Foley. The video makes a reference to recent U.S. airstrikes in Iraq. Senior political reporter Scott Thuman is live in our newsroom with what he's learned. Scott?
Well, Maureen, first off, we are not showing the video. The State Department says it is working pretty quickly to try and determine if the video is genuine. The ISIL spokesman beginning his rant in it by saying, quote, "I'm back, Obama," and then blaming the president for not heeding his earlier warnings and authorizing a new series of airstrikes in the town of Amerli. If authentic, it is the terrible following through of a horrific threat. The beheading of U.S. journalist Steven Sotloff in retaliation for more U.S. airstrikes in Iraq.
The United States, as you know, has dedicated significant time and resources to trying and rescue Mr. Sotloff.
Just last week, his mother made this plea to his captors.
We have not seen Steven for over a year, and we miss him very much. We want to see him home safe and sound and to hug him.
31-year-old Sotloff disappeared in Syria more than a year ago. He'd not been seen until ISIL released the video of fellow journalist James Foley's beheading, with a warning to President Obama that unless the U.S. stopped the bombings, Sotloff would be next. The president making no comment today as he boarded Air Force One for an overseas trip. Meanwhile, Sotloff's family has reportedly verified the video and is mourning in private. With this graphic killing of yet another American, the pressure intensifying yet again on the administration to come up with a plan to defeat the Islamic State. The Pentagon insisting it does have one.
Absolutely, there's a strategy.
Threatened to kill another hostage, this one they identified as a British citizen. State Department says there are, quote, a few other Americans being held by ISIL, but won't say anything more. I asked an expert on this subject today. He said hopefully it does spur the administration to develop a strategy and to put it in place. Maureen?
Thank you, Scott. As for those hostages, we know of at least one American, another American, who is among them. She is a 26-year-old woman abducted last year while working with humanitarian aid groups in Syria. Her family and the State Department have asked her identity to be withheld for her safety. Leon?